Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today we'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of August 2022. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my white tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot. And then I will close out your reading, Sag, with a Crystal Angels Oracle card. Okay. Ooh, big changes are coming, Sagittarius. And I think this is going to be something that you've been working on, and you're finally forced to make some things happen, okay? First card we got is the King of Wands in the reverse. That means that something's going on at work behind the scenes that you don't know about. And this is going to impact you in a very surprising way. It's not going to necessarily be negative, but it's definitely going to be something that throws off everything that you had planned for yourself, probably towards the end of the year. Okay, so I do see some changes coming as it relates to your work or your job, and they're going to affect you for the remainder of 2022. Now, we also have the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups in the reverse sometimes can be kind of tricky because it talks about there being a third party in the picture, usually when we're talking about relationships. But when we're talking about money, there's usually somebody else in the picture who doesn't necessarily need to be there. It's almost like an unnecessary person. I want to say that's impacting you financially, right? So this could be maybe an advisor you don't need. Maybe maybe you're spending money on something that you don't necessarily need because someone told you you should. It's one of those things where you have an unnecessary someone or something affecting your finances, okay? And that's something that you need to take care of because you don't need to have anybody telling you what to do, what not to do with your money. It's your money, and you don't need somebody else trying to control it. Next up, we have the Six of Swords. Now, this is a fun card because I do get the sense that there's going to be some travel for you, Sagittarius. It could be you taking a trip. It could be a business trip, but it could also be something personal, right? But I do see a trip coming up for you. Either you will plan the trip or you will actually take the trip sometime in August. Now, we also have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of unhealthy attachments. So we have to be careful about what we are attached to, especially as it relates to our money and our income and our finances, our investments, our business, because sometimes we can self-sabotage. That's usually the message that shows up whenever I see the Devil card. It means that sometimes we are our own worst enemy and we have to get out of our own way. Now, the other thing I'm seeing is the Tower card, which means that there's definitely something that's going to have to be rebuilt or start. You're going to have to start over in some way. And it may feel really energetically heavy at first, but this is something that needs to be done. And I get the sense you probably already have a good idea of what this could be, Sagittarius. It is something financial related. And again, you have to kind of rebuild so you can restructure, better, bigger, stronger, more stable. Okay? So, let's see what else shows up, because what I'm seeing here in this first week, Sagittarius, is all about changes, really. And it's about having the power and the awareness to really make the changes. Okay, the cards are falling all over the place here. All right, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Sagittarius? Ah, yes, see? Things are coming together already. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2022. And things shift very, very quickly. All right. And then I got these two cards that popped out. I don't normally take this many cards, but I'm going to work with it, okay? So we will keep those there because they definitely, I see how it all fits in here. All right, so the first week of August might be a little rough, Sagittarius. We're not even going to sugarcoat that. There's a lot of changes. Things need to happen. There's a lot of things, decisions need to be made. But it all pays off. I can tell you that because these cards are all good. They're telling me it pays off. Things happen quickly. Things work in your favor. It's all positive. Queen of Cups, that is the emotional sensitivity card. You don't allow your emotions to get in the way. As you make these changes, as you progress, as it relates to your money, okay, your emotions do not get in the way of financial decisions. Next up, we have the Queen of Swords. That means you eliminate something that is costing you money, that's not benefiting you. That's a really good thing. We have the Strength card. That's a positive card. That means you overcome these challenges that show up at the beginning of the month. That's excellent. You have the mental, the physical, the emotional strength to really push through, overcome, and to win. Next up, we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. That's a great card to see in the reverse because it means communication is strong. It means that people understand what you're doing, where you're trying to go, and you get assistance along the way. This is great as it relates to your finances because, you know, sometimes, not that people need to know what you're doing, but when people see that you have a definite goal, they definitely want to step in and help in whatever way they can. The Eight of Wands is a card of timing, okay? The Eight of Wands means things happen quickly or they happen ahead of schedule. I'd love to see that card, especially when we're waiting to hear back on deals, jobs, things like that. It looks like you're going to hear some really good news and it's going to happen fast. Finally, we have the Ace of Cups. That's a card of overflow and abundance, also being very passionate about something that you're doing. The Ace of Cups also means the start of a brand new relationship. Doesn't necessarily mean romantic, but because we are talking about money, this could be something career or work related. It could also be something business related, maybe a new business partner, which I do think is entirely possible because we got this Two of Cups here, and we also have the Empress card. Now the Empress card is a card of creativity. Now, when I see her, it means that you really have to let that creative energy flow. Okay, so, you know, understand that you're going to have some good ideas definitely coming your way. Okay, my son was making noise in the background, so I had to pause the video and tell him to be quiet. But anyway, so let your creative energies flow because this Empress card is all about creativity. It's also the start and the birth of new projects. And I can see this isn't focusing, maybe it will. And also the Two of Cups. Now, because this is in the reverse, I'm getting the sense that there's going to be a new partnership, but it's going to replace an already existing relationship, right? So let's say you have a business partner, maybe you get a new business partner or you add an additional business partner in. I'm seeing it something along those lines, okay, because we are talking about money and finances. Okay. So let's continue on, Sagittarius, and see what else shows up. Oh, nice. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2022. All right, so we do have that repeater card of the Tower. So it looks like you're still going to be in the rebuilding or restructuring phase for a while. It starts off in the first half of the month, and it looks like you're still working on it once we hit the second half of August. But things are really, really good. We have the Ace of Wands. This is the cash flow card. You're going to be getting some new, I want to say streams of income, but it may not necessarily be that. It may just be an influx of cash. Either way, it's all good. We also have the Ace of Pentacles again. Now this is multiple streams of income, cash flow, multiple streams of income. So you definitely have money coming your way. You're also going to have a slowdown in work, looks like, from the Eight of Pentacles. The Tower card, like I said, you're still working on rebuilding and restructuring this. So for those of you who have a business, it may take a while for you to figure every aspect out. Okay, if you don't, this could be career or work related where you're still trying to map out a plan of what you're going to do next. Maybe you're working on your resume. Maybe you're trying to figure out like a school plan, you know, trying to restructure how you're going to obtain your degree or something like that. Next up, we do have the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords, it's an interesting card because it talks about betrayal in some way, but I'm not getting the sense that there's an actual betrayal here. I'm feeling like this is something where you feel like maybe you were wronged, or maybe you feel like you made a mistake, but you didn't really make a mistake. But I know, and the only reason why I say that is because I've done this too, where, you know, I took a course and then after the fact I realized I felt like I didn't need to take that course and I wasted money on that course and it didn't help me. And the time and money I wasted taking the course and the energy I spent on it, and I felt like I betrayed myself. That's what I'm picking up with this card here. It's almost like a self-betrayal you're feeling. So maybe you're kind of in that same position where you feel like you kind of spent money or time on something, but in the end, it wasn't something that was beneficial to you. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what else shows up for you. As it relates to, whoa, more repeater cards. Money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2022. What do we need to know for the sign of Sag? All right, Sag. Wow. Definitely going to be a new relationship of some sort towards the end of the month. You've got both the relationship cards here, Lovers and the Two of Cups. So I wouldn't be surprised if a professional relationship actually turns personal. That could be that too. But let's start here with the Ace of Cups. Now, this is a repeater. Now, because this is in the reverse and we already had that card, I'm going to say that this is just a continuation of what started here, only to a lesser degree, because it is in the reverse. Doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that you know, there's still overflow, maybe not as much. There's still passion, love, excitement for something that you're doing, especially work or money related. The other thing I see, and it's interesting that these two cards came out together because they were side by side here. They were side by side here, the upright, and they're side by side here in the reverse. Okay, Eight of Wands. Remember, that's a card of timing, being ahead of schedule. Because this is in the reverse, though, I'm going to say that there could be a delay of something money related towards the end of the month. Next up, we have Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords talks about heartache and disappointment. I wouldn't be surprised, again, because there is something that's going to be delayed that could be very disappointing. But again, it's not anything that's going to be, you know, horrendously bad. It's just more going to be like an inconvenience. Four of Cups talks about numerous offers coming your way, but not all of them are going to resonate or be exciting for you. Just make sure you stay true to yourself, especially if there's anything job, work, or money related. You don't have to say yes to everything. So just understand that sometimes things show up. They may sound good on the surface, but once you do a little digging, you realize, this isn't for me. And like I said, there's definitely going to be a power relationship forming here at the end of the month. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be like a love thing, although it could be, but there's definitely going to be a power connection here. I'm feeling like a power partnership because you've got both of these cards here. So if you are a business owner, you may find the perfect, partnership situation. If you're an investor, you may find the same perfect partnership in that. If you are an employee, this could be a new job. It could be maybe a work colleague where things happen in a very good way. And like I said, I'm not ruling out the potential of a romantic connection because it could definitely be there. But again, this is a general reading, so it depends on you and your specific situation. So Sagittarius, your month is just full. August is going to be very interesting for you. You've got some rebuilding, some restructuring happening. You've also got some exciting things that are going to come in very, very quickly towards the middle of the month. And then as the month closes out, like I said, you've got this power relationship here that is sure to show up. All right, Sag, so let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Crystal Angels Oracle card. Ooh. This is a gorgeous card. This is the card of gold. Divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Sagittarius. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.